Hello everyone and welcome to my mini tutorial. My name is Patrick and I'm going to be showing you how to place an image in InDesign and along with that to improve the display performance of the image. Now what we want to do first is to find the InDesign application here. I already have it on my dock, Adobe InDesign CC 2018. Now if you're on a Mac and you don't already have it in your dock, or if you're not on a Mac, you can search for it, but for Macs you can click on Launchpad, go to search, put an IND, and here we have it right here. I can click on it, but I'm just going to go back to my dock. So what we're going to do first, click on that, and then you're going to see a screen pop up for InDesign. We're going to click Create New. And now we're going to have another window pop up just showing the different preset selections that you can use. We're going to go over here to Print. We're going to click on Print. And just for today, we're going to keep the letter selection right here that's already highlighted in blue. Now for here, we can just change the name of our document. We're going to be placing a photo of a dog, so we can just put in dog for this. And what we want to do next is to change the units. It's already here on picas. It'll usually do that whenever you open up any InDesign document. So we're going to go from here, change pica to inches. We're going to keep the orientation vertical. We're not going to mess with any of the width, height, margins, bleeding, slug, and we're going to click Create. And here we can see a blank page come up. And before we get started on anything, I'm just going to talk about this toolbar real quick and the two tools that we will be using. Right up here, the one that's already selected is called the Selection tool. And this one right here is the Rectangle Frame tool. Now, if this doesn't pop up for you already, you can right-click on it, and I'll have two other tools that you can use for different shapes. Sometimes it will show up as ellipse or polygon, but today we're going to keep the Rectangle Frame tool. All right, and we're going to click right here on the top left. We're going to click and drag to whatever size we want. And that looks good. Now we're going to go over back to the toolbar and click on the Selection tool. Now, before we place the image, we want to make sure that this rectangle looks like this, because the X, this rectangle frame tool, is where we're going to place the image. Now, like I said, we want to keep it to look like this with the X and the little squares on the side of it, because if we click off of it like this, the squares are gone. And if we try and place the image, it's not going to go in here. So we want to keep clicking on that. Make sure that that's clicked. Next, we're going to go to File, and a little menu is going to pop down, and we're going to click on Place. And now our Save Documents, Downloads, Application window is going to pop up. It might look different on your Mac or your PC, but for here, we're going to keep on the Downloads, go right here to the search bar, and like I said, we're going to place a picture of a dog, so I'm going to type in dog. And here we have my dog JPEG picture that I've downloaded from Google earlier. And once you have that selected, what you're going to do is click Open. Sometimes it may say Place, but this one says Open. And here we have the photo of the dog in our frame, which I said before, we want to keep that selected, because if not, it'll place it somewhere around here, or it'll be attached to the mouse, and you don't want that. Now, for this one, it actually placed the photo perfectly in the frame, which is different than what some people normally have. Sometimes your photo will look like this, because sometimes whenever you download a picture from the internet, the picture is a lot bigger than the frame that you wanted, and so it'll look like this, very zoomed in. And there's a way to fix that. What we're going to do, if you can follow my cursor, is go up here to these two tools right around here. First one is called Fill Frame Proportionally, and the other one is Fill Content Proportionally. And what we're going to do, just for today, it's based on preference, however you want it, but we're going to click the Fill Frame Proportionally. And right there, it snaps the photo back to the size of the frame that you've made. Now, the next step that we're going to do is change the display performance. Because if you can tell right here, you can see with the shadow, it looks a little rough around here, a little bumpy, because it's a little pixelated. Now, what we're going to do, following my cursor, go up here to the View button, click on View. Next, we're going to go all the way down here to Display Performance. You can hover over it, you can click it, whatever you choose. Right now, we see how it's already on typical display, which is not what we want. We want the high quality display. We want it to make as good looking as possible. So click on High Display. Now, if you did notice, the picture, sharpened up a little bit. These ridges I was pointing out earlier, the little bumps are now a lot sharper. It makes the image look a lot cleaner than it did before. And there you have it. You have now placed and changed the image quality for a picture in InDesign. Thank you for watching.